DuckTales. Woo! Alright, now this is a video review of motherfucking DuckTales. Now, we're gonna do this, there's a two-parter. So, they released this on August 12th. Now, come to find out they're not releasing the rest till the 23rd. And I'm kind of pissed off with that because it's like, dude, you released one of the best pilots of an anime show I've seen, and we gotta wait this long? Come on. But anyway, let's talk about the first episode, and we'll break it up in parts, and then we'll go to the second episode, which is a pilot. It's a two-part. Now, it does come off as two episodes, but then again, it's like a full pilot movie in a way, so we'll talk about part one and part two. So, the title of it is Woo! So, yeah, of course. Scrooge McDuck is bored with all the money he got in the world. His adventure days are over, and he's trying to, I guess you could say he's pretty much an old man, I want to say living on his glory days, but kind of wish he was back in his glory days. That's a good way. Now, Donald Duck takes Huey, Dewey, and Louie to meet Uncle Scrooge, because Donald Duck has an interview for a job, which is crazy because you got Donald Duck. It's going in, and I'm like, yo, Donald, shut up. But Scrooge finally meets his nephews. I think it's his nephews. And Huey, Dewey, and Louie are happy. Oh, Scrooge McDuck, are we hearing all your adventures and stuff like that? Scrooge is like, okay, stay in the room and play with some marbles. You know, I'm like, goddamn. Like, who plays with marbles now? And then Huey, Dewey, and Louie are disappointed at Scrooge because they thought he was the guy they heard all the stories about. And Webby is a new character. I don't remember her from the original. Comment below if she's new. I think she is though. But Webby comes, unlocks. Well, they don't. Huey, Dewey, and Louie escapes from the door where Scrooge put them in, and Webby takes them and she tries to interrogate them, but then they tell her that they're the nephews of Scrooge, and they become friends in the most weird and awkward way I've ever seen, which it's kind of for the show. Webby, Louie, Dewey, and Huey, they all go to the so-called secret room, which come to find out, the freaking room is a garage. But they have all these magical artifacts. They come to life. And one artifact is a gong that every time you hit it, I think 3 times, a magical dragon comes out and eats gold. And it's about to eat all of Miss Scrooge's gold. Huey, Dewey, Louie, Webby, and McDuck and a Launchpad have to stop the dragon before it eats all the gold. And from there, they use a magical gauntlet. I wondered where they got that from. Hopefully, no Marvel characters inclusion here. But anyway, and they stop the dragon. They turn it back to stone, and actually, they kind of destroy the dragon in a way. What did I think about the first episode? I loved it. I really did love it. From start to finish, I was glued in. I really did enjoy the show. I mean, the first episode. And I really was hoping for more. But then again, that's when we got part two. And towards the end, Scrooge is happy. He's laughing. He said, oh, I haven't had fun like that in years. And I haven't watched a show, glued into a show like that in a long time. I think since Gravity Falls ended, which was a year ago. This was really good. Now, one person made a comment and said, oh, this show going to be like Gravity Falls? Totally different. It's not going to be like Gravity Falls, which is a good thing. I'd rather it stays on the old thing. DuckTales is a different animal than Gravity Falls. And those Gravity Falls fans need to chill out with that. It's not the same thing. It's very different. This is more action-based, orientated, and not story. It's still story-driven like Gravity Falls, but more action-based than Gravity Falls, per se. Now, the second episode is when Launchpad, Webby, Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Scrooge McDuck, they all go to Atlantis to find this diamond to give clean energy. Also, Donald Duck, remember when I told you earlier on he had a job interview? Come to find out it was a job for one of his job interview for Scrooge McDuck, arch enemy, which even Donald's like, he didn't know about it, but, you know, but, yeah. His name is Flint Gloomgold. I want to say his last name, Gloomgold. He is the second richest man, duck in the world, and he's trying to get over there to get the artifact before Scrooge. Now, eventually, Gloomgold hired Donald because he knew he was related to Scrooge McDuck, and we could use him as a whatchamacallit, you know, as a hostage to get the diamond once they found it. Scrooge and them, they find the diamond. In the episode, Scrooge has Scrooge and I think Dewey, they are butting heads in a way because Dewey wants to do it his way. Scrooge is telling him, no, don't do it this way, you know, and they butting heads in this episode. Eventually, they all work together and stuff. And going from there, Donald Duck helps Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Scrooge and Launchpad against Gloomgold's team of bandits, which is funny. He takes the diamond and he leaves his team there, and the team's like, "Can we get a ride with you?" And Donald Duck's like, "Come on." And they get a ride with Donald Duck, and they escape Atlantis before it goes back underwater. I enjoyed this episode a little bit more than the first one, because we finally got to see Donald and all of them interact with one another in a positive, more light. Got more adventurous in this one, and they finally left the city. And, you know, in the other, they made reference to Chip and Dale City, I believe. Darkwing Duck is coming in this mug. I have a feeling he's coming in, and I can't wait. They need to get the original voice actor for Darkwing Duck. I don't want to hear nobody else but him. If he cannot do it, or he say he doesn't want to do it, that's perfectly fine, but they need to get him ASAP. But for this episode, I guess you could say the whole thing in its entirety, because I want to stop there. I don't want to spoil too much else. I think I spoiled enough in a way. 9 out of 10. I fucking enjoy the hell out of this. And you probably say, why 9 out of 10? Well, 9 out of 10 because there's still some things I didn't like. For example, I kind of wish, you know, there was like another episode and stuff like that. But 9 out of 10. I mean, it's a high 9. Like, if it's at a 9, it's a 9.9. I mean, seriously, that's the only thing. I wish certain scenes were a little bit longer, but again, time constraint, 22-minute format, you know. This was good. I really did enjoy this. I had fun with it. It brought me back to the old days when I was a kid a little bit, watching DuckTales. And I never thought I'd see DuckTales reboot in the best way. And I can add this to the list of good reboots done right. Do you hear me, Cartoon Network? Good reboots done right. Not Ben 10, that's shitty. Not Powerpuff Girls, that's fucking garbage. And certainly not Teen Titans Go. But then again, I always look at Teen Titans Go as a spinoff, so I can let that slide just a little bit. But still, it's still shit. That's how you do reboots, okay? This is a reboot done right. Same with Voltron Legendary Defender. Done fucking right. Anywho. As always, guys, like and subscribe. If you've seen DuckTales, comment below and let me know what you thought about it. I loved it. I have no issue with it. I can't wait for the next episode, which is another month from now, but I can't wait. As always, guys, peace. Have a Johnson day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.